Welcome everyone, this is Dev of War again, playing the game Sprocket. Today I have decided to make a tank destroyer. Uh, actually, tank destroyer on World of Tanks terms, but in reality it was considered a super heavy tank and or an artillery piece. So, let's get to it. I think I'm going to use the flat sandbox because from what I've looked up, it is a very slow tank. It was only supposed to go 8 miles per hour or 13 kilometers an hour. Ridiculously slow. It was considered, it was considered a self-propelled gun, but that was the T95. T95 gun motor carriage. Later on though, they reclassified it as a super heavy tank. It had, the frontal armor of it had 300 millimeters of armor. That's a foot thick. 12 inches. It was ridiculous. It was equipped with an E1's 105 millimeter gun and could shoot 6 rounds per minute. Albeit, it probably never got places to actually do that. It was basically a moving bunker. They used the 105 millimeter on it specifically because it was known to destroy concrete very easily. So it's basically an anti-bunker moving bunker. Let's see. So, without further ado, I'll probably find more stuff to talk about it, but it is an American tank. Go America with its super slow tank. It doesn't help that it only had a 500 horsepower V8 engine in it. That's just ridiculous. Okay, it says the length is 36 foot 6 inches. In other words, 11. Wow, it doesn't even have a length any. Wait, maybe I can type it in. Yeah, let's see if that works. And then it was said to be 4.39 meters wide. It probably won't actually be that wide, will it? Nah. What we'll probably have to do is make it 3 meters wide. Go down to this and add the extra 1.39 meters. 1.39 meters. Because this tank had 4 tracks on it, 2 on each side. I don't think this game allows 2 tracks on both sides. Yeah, I don't think it does. But I can try to make it as wide as possible. Can I? Or do I have... I don't really think... I'm just gonna have to make this as wide as possible. Because I don't... What happens if it... Oh, that changes it? I didn't know that. Okay. Well, let's see. According to this... It says... Each track was 23 inches wide. Why do I have a feeling? 23 inches wide, which is 584 millimeters wide. What is that? Like 0.5 meters wide? I don't know. 0.5, so when 0.5, 0.58, so 16? Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's not double tracks, albeit, but it is what it is. And it actually almost corresponds with the width I was thinking it'd be. Let's just increase. Wait. Yeah, I don't see why I can't just leave it like that, per se. Okay, next I need to get rid of unsaid turret. Wait. There we go. Now it's just super flat tank. It was supposedly 2.84 meters high, which is 9 feet 4 inches. If that's the case, the heights. Okay, there's no way I'm gonna make it probably that high, but because the tracks will also have something to say about it. A little bit sad I can't add more tracks than what I want, but it is what it is. Let's see. One thing I won't be able to do with this tank is make a round gun manlet. I guess I could try using that, but it's still not the same. The round gun manlet I'm talking about, like, is round, like big round, not these smaller round ones. Okay, well, I'm gonna worry about that later. I still gotta form the tank. So probably like look up actual pictures, round view pictures, because T95 Super Heavy Tank images. Oh, here it is. Let's see. So it's like that. Oh, I just realized that length is not gonna be accurate. Let's go back to the base. The length. Oh, shrunk itself anyway. So since I can't seem to make it any bigger, longer, my bad. But there's a tip to this tank. Okay, so the tracks actually extend past the actual hull of the tank, so that actually helps me a lot because I'm still missing the extra like meter that I need on this. So I'm gonna there we go. Make it a little bit shorter. Go to mobility, tracks, and length. That's what I want. No, not exactly. What I want is forward. That's still not forward enough. Let me stretch it. Okay, so it's not going to be stretched. Okay, this might be a little bit harder than I was expecting. Now, to get tracks one. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to try to make it to scale. This is definitely not gonna be 100% to scale model of the T98, especially since it looks like I can't jut these out as far as I want. Okay, track width, length. Forward. No, height, diameter, width, axle interweaved. Okay. I gotta figure this out. So, this is already a dilemma. Because I need this to disappear. So much track up in front, but the body move. I could consider that moving, except for the fact it's still not where I want it. Maybe I can rear offset. What does no? Front offset. Yeah, that's that. Too bad I can't do lower glacis offset. Front glacis. That I don't want that there. Wow, what a dilemma. Can't like shorten this, can I? No. Oh boy. Well, what fun. I expect this to be so difficult. Let's see, so it did have these. Um, Almost looks more like a badger now, funny enough. Well, I guess I'll just continue trying to make it. It's not going to be exact, quite unfortunately, like I wanted. But, let's see. Can I make this bigger or smaller? No. Okay, so I did say 105. So let's just move that up there. Wait a moment. Ah, that's funny. Of everything Americans like to do, they measure their guns in millimeters. Ah, that's kind of funny. That's coming from an American. Okay, so I can't get rid of that plate here, even though in reality, if I could just cut it out, I'd be golden. I need that like space there to be gone. Let's see. So this cannon was 105. The length of it was 6.83 meters. So I'm gonna put like this to max. And then this has another. This has another 2.83. 2.8. Go. Okay. And then I'm gonna start this thickness at like 80. 75. 75. Yeah, something like that. 1 inches. Muzzle velocity. So apparently the muzzle velocity was 800 and, I mean, 914 meters per second. So this make the shells faster. No, it doesn't. I can't make it as fast as it says. Oh well. Well, I guess I can. Guess I'll just go with. Well, everything in this game is exact. Huh. This gun was actually used on quite a few American tanks. It was used on the T29 Heavy, used on what's called in World of Tanks the Mutant, which is a M6A2E1 heavy tank. And yeah, then it was used on this tank. Oh, and of course the E1, the T5 E1. Let's see. Accuracy, base reload. What was 6 rounds per minute? Base reload. What's 60 divided by 7? Eh. Math. Oh no. Oh, it's supposed to have a 10-second reload. I'm stupid. 10-second reload. 0.93. 0.94. Nope, I'm going with this slow reload. Those crew members are gonna work overtime. Okay, so that is our gun. Gun mount. Wait, I can't increase armor on this. No. Oh, maybe that's why. But this actually is supposed to go side to side, so still don't like how I can't add armor to it. Be nice. But I don't think the heavy mantlets have the azimuth capability like this one does, so I'll just have to go with it. Okay, now that we have the gun set, I'm all over the place with this. Let's try to actually build the tank base. Let's make the length of this just so it aligns with that, because in the picture it is exactly right with it. So almost looks like this, like, oh, that, no, I shrunk it. Stop it. You need to touch the gun. Yeah. Ah. Ah. Okay, so in all actuality, this gun mantlet is supposed to be like huge, like 300 millimeters thick, huge. Actually, that's the whole front, I believe. But Do what you gotta do. Let's bring this back just a tad. This did not. That's too low. And then go back to the pictures. Okay. I will have to put plating on this tank for sure. Okay. Do this. Maybe I can slide this upper edge right here back. No, it's pretty much supposed to be straightforward. Put this back. Yeah. Lightly up. And then the firepower. Wonder if I can jerry-rig this somehow. Jerry-rig it. That's a negative. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. Okay, since that's not possible, maybe riveted panels will help? Who am I kidding? There's no way that riveted panels will help. Yeah, considering it, they stick way out. Okay. Well, I think that's about as good as I'll get the front. Let me use this picture. Okay, so in the front was maybe I will use this gun. Eat. Raise this up a little bit because it's not gonna fit otherwise. Pretty low to the ground. Firepower. Nah, I guess that works better. Can't get up to 300 millimeters of armor though. Woo, 3,000. Yeah, I take it. The only thing I'm still not super satisfied about is this plate that isn't supposed to be a thing. Okay. And then the back. Just scrunches up like that. And then this. If I could have that's not helping. Okay, let's do this. See, what's up with this? I can't like grab that. Be nice if I could like have another layer, because it like rounds, like pictures, it rounds, but this game is full of edges. And the tracks, it almost looks more like a Jag Panzer 6, I think it is. I need to shrink that. Offset to the rear, goes in. The tracks will be following. Okay, so sprocket brought in. Still feel like front. And then this gets placed further back. And then the bottom plate really doesn't exist. Exists but doesn't exist. Yeah. Yeah. We're just gonna make this paper thin. Hmm. Eh. I feel like I'm doing this tank a dishonor. Not gonna lie. Yeah. The commander's hatch was smack dab right for cupolas. Oh, look like this one. Just right there. I take this back. It looks like it was more like right there. Too bad I can't make the top skinnier. Oh, I can't. That just means I gotta reposition this. Since I put a bigger gun and made it taller, that's right, that's right. Got to recompensate for it. Okay, this still needs to be jutted out a little bit. And then looks like another one was placed there. Another commander's hatch? Or maybe it was... Oh, that was like a gunner's port, that's why. I'll still add it regardless. Or will I? No, guess I will. Okay, that is like right here. Slightly out as well. Forward. You aren't supposed to follow. Okay, it's even more boxish than that. So I think it does look too long for its width. Box. Think box. This is supposed to be completely flat, but if I make it too flat, I can't really compromise with this. Let's see. That has to stay forward. Okay, so let's imagine quick that this chunk right here was part of a box. That means that this whole entire thing would have to shrink. Then this would be moved back, and this would be moved forward just a hair. While the back, I can't tell if that's like engine ports or not, but almost looks like there's like two gigantic plates. But in this case, since this game can only go so large, I guess I'll have to make a few of them. Oh. Yes. Okay. Something like that. I need these closer. Yes, can I bring it closer? Not really. Sadness. So, since that's the case, maybe these are like supposed to be where crew members could get out. Doesn't really look like it. Let's see, what does the picture say? Oh, maybe this is like where vents were for the engine. Small engine, but engine. So that'd be. Wait, why did I go? Engine was a V8 engine. V8. Can't believe they made it so small. Oh, and it was a Ford engine at that. So maybe instead of these plates, we'll put giant. Okay, maybe not that big. Yeah, like that. And then from there, it looks like it had a very wide suspension type. But are we satisfied with how the base model looks? From the top, imagine that was here. Let's see. Now, Rex. Then it had just small compartments all down the side. So, yeah, I think that's about as good as I'll get it. And I okay, so it did have some roundness to it. I'm not gonna make it like totally. Yeah, something like this. Yep, okay. So, I think really don't like how the front slopes look, but I can't do anything about the fact. Okay, I guess I'll start adding the little details. Technically speaking, okay, I don't need two things. I just need one. I really didn't have this. Excuse me. Let me turn this. Let me turn it. My turning buttons aren't turning. It's not supposed to go like this. What are you doing? Cistern? It turns. It totally turns. So why? It looks too big. Okay, so yeah, it is just supposed to be as high. So why are you turning yourself? There. No. Yeah, do something like that with this gun. Like right here. And then it's supposed to have like crane-like things coming out the side. But I don't really see that. What is this? No, not that. What are these? No, not that either. Well, I won't be able to add the iconic little cranes to the side of this. At least from this diagram, at least. Can add all the little extra gadgets and stuff, though. So, it looks like... Where's the viewport? This gun already comes with a viewport. Oops. Where'd my picture go? I need this picture. So it looks like this guy's sitting up here. This needs to move slightly up here. I'm just gonna keep that one right where it's at. There's a vent. Ability, exhaust. And I need like a squarish one, but we don't have a square one to work with. Like, square exhaust. So... Oh, wow. This is like the Panzer series exhaust. That's like... Okay, even though I don't want to use it, I guess I'll have to use it. Let's go back here, go to utilities. And then add one like right here. Okay, and then light, camera, action. There is one light about right there. And then pretend that this side is split in half by its tracks, putting these two lights side by side. Okay. It's okay. Except I might add a couple of these to it. Wait. Wonder if I should make the plate a little bit rounded. I just don't want, like, other tanks in the game to be able to, like... Guess it kind of does look like it has this, though. Get me round it. Okay. So it's not gonna be rounded. All that's really left, besides making sure that I can get an engine in this thing, is to decorate it in small little details. So the small little details isn't that much of a deal, but you just cannot have it. Like, you can't just say, nah, I'm not gonna add this. Wait, did it? Yes, I put it on. This. And put it built directly into the tank, though. I'll still add it. I will still add it. No, actually, I'm not. I'm gonna use it as crew hatches. Except I must be underestimating the size of these crew hatches because they look rather large. There we go. Okay. Did this usually have backlight? Might help. Raise it just a little bit. Is that a little bit too much? Maybe a little tidbit. Okay. Then, since I can't exactly just put the lights right there, these are some small lights. We'll just... Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. And then on the barrel, it has... Not that muzzle brake, this muzzle brake. And then... It has... Where is it? Here it is. This. Put one about right here. Come on, go up right here. Then here. And one up here. Okay. Now I can just add tools. this side. And then this side I can add this. And also add this. And besides the crane things I can't add. And the little extra plate. Do I need any extra plating though? Let's see. Let's see what this says. The plating says... Oh, I won't be able to use plating regardless because this is so... The tracks are so wide. Oh. Okay, so it says no. Good to know. Good to know, good to know. That leaves us with the engine. These tanks were actually built and it had a crew of 4. Hey, if it had a crew of 4. Does okay, I'm just gonna have to use brain power. Let's see, this guy will become this. Okay, here's the aimer, reloader. The driver will also be the radio man, and the commander will just be a command. Sounds good to me. I know. Pick 305. So now actually it's time for the fun part, adding armor. So this 300 will the game 305 mil. Okay, I'm just gonna make this all 300. Okay, now what's the lower though? It's considered the lower. Is this the lower? 70? Yeah, that's considered the lower. 70. Wait. Oh, that little lip right there is considered. Okay, never mind. You're also getting through. The sides had 64 millimeters. 64 and 64. The lower hull had 130 millimeters of armor. Okay, 130. Or maybe lower. then wait, what was the rear? Let's see, the rear. Just kind of leaving out the rear. I kind of would like to know how much armor the rear had. Hmm. So, since the lower had 130, I'm just gonna make the rest 130. That's good to me. Here we go. Here we go. Not sure if like these few were right, but it is what it is, and it's what I'm using. Okay, let's see. Next is the engine, which is kind of stupid because it's literally using a medium engine. Okay. Oh. The lower full front had 130, then the suspension system in the lower hull were covered with 100 millimeters. Ew. So, belly. Just go 100. That's the front. I guess? Yeah. That's my guess. Okay. Let me go back to mobility. The engine was a gasoline-powered Ford GAF V8 delivering 500 horsepower at 2600 RPM. So... $500 horsepower. I can't really do anything about that max, but maybe I can. Maybe I'll set this to 2600. Set this to like 1300. And then keep that around 500. And to move 100 kilometers, which is actually how far it's supposed to move, 1359. So that works out. So the engine is... Oh. The only thing I'll have to really worry about, I guess, is the transmission if it blows up, and the tracks with its suspension. 142. Let's make it 70. Okay, and then let me go back to the pictures real quick, because it definitely didn't have that many tires. There we go. Okay, so I had 2, 4, 6, 8. With it being raised up a bit, rest angle up a bit, and then track layout, road wheels. They were relatively small. Oh, there we go. 2, 4, 6. 8. Oops. 2, 4, 6, 8. Need to lower the suspension per se. High. And then I wish I could see directly into the tracks to see, like, maybe since it comes default with 2 road tires, maybe it has 4. So per axle 4, and then the spacing. Wait, what does this do? This doesn't do anything. No. Oh, that's neat. Huh. I don't know what that did. 2, 4, 6, 8. Do we appreciate? Doesn't help that the sprocket and the idler is about the same size as the road wheels. Limiter. We'll make the width of both of them as big as possible though. Then spacing. Okay. That looks good. Okay. Now I just got to put a livery on it. Livery. Okay. And now I'm gonna save this, whoops, as a T95 oh man, T95 T28. Let's save this. Then let's try it out. It's too flat. The suspension is not working for this. And it can't move its gun. Oh wait, it can. Maybe, wait. I forgot something. Since I switched it, I forgot that I have to fool around with, oh, but it's already there. And the armor, did it immediately switch? No, it saved the armor. Nice. Didn't save this one though. Can I switch this? No? No, I can't? Oh, it doesn't have enough elevation. Power. How are you supposed to mess with elevation when you can't even move it? Well, that's a pickle. This gun looks almost exactly like it's supposed to as well. That's a sad thing. Maybe I can see if I can shorten it just a little bit. Two. Save this. Arg. Oh yeah, and I said I had to mess with its track, suspension. Okay, let's see what that does for me. It's bouncy. I think I made it worse. I totally made it worse. It's laying on the ground. Okay, so these need to go back to like 0.75. Still very bouncy. What does this do again? Increases this makes it less bouncy. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, is it just me or am I doing something? Well, what does it mean by just? Okay, I'm putting that up to max. This seems about right. How fast did I say this was supposed to go? I thought I said 8 miles per hour, which is 13 kilometers an hour, right? 8 miles per hour, yeah, 13 kilometers. So, if I'm right, if I mess with the tracks, 2, 4, 6, 8. Idler. Oh, guess I didn't know I could add another idler. Can I add another sprocket? Probably not. Nope. Okay, so what if I made the idler big, but made the sprocket small? Or there's no way. Please tell me that's the theoretical speed it was supposed to go, because this can't reach over 8 kilometers an hour. The weight of this tank is incredious. Okay, I wish. Yeah, I see what it means now. Um, let's go to firepower right quick. Gun mount. It has a medium gun mantlet, so maybe I can put this on. 305. It's still no? Still not giving me power. So maybe if I put a small gun mantlet? No. Because apparently the gun was supposed to go like 11 degrees one way, 10 degrees the other way, and then I forget what its gun depression was. Oh, an elevation of 19.5 degrees to the depression of -5. How do I add more power to this? Unless I manually put it in. $350 and manually put in. Like, so it doesn't change anything. Because the engine is probably too small. Am I right? Or the gun's too big? But if I make the gun any smaller, it just won't be the gun that we need. Elevation rate. No bueno. What? Is it the blue line? What I have it on the blue line? Unless that's what it's talking about by putting it up there, which is... That's ridiculous. And even with it being on the same pivot point... So basically, I need a bigger engine, but if I'm trying... Okay, not everything on this tank is going to be perfect. I am upping this just a little bit. I'm going to keep the RPMs at exactly where it's supposed to be, but I need a bigger engine. Well, more powerful engine. Because this Ford engine is not it. Go to firepower. What does it mean by bigger engine? I don't get it. Insufficient force to aim the cannon, add a bigger motor, or move the cannon's center of mass closer to its pivot. Oh, is it talking about more cylinders? Probably, so it won't matter. Even if I do increase it. So, to 500 it'll go back. Ah, what a shame. But... okay, so... who's having difficulty? Let's get rid of one of these gears. Who's having difficulty? Let's try this. Okay, I'm not gonna fool around with the gun anymore. Actually, I'm gonna return it back to its former size because it's just not gonna... it's not gonna change. So... okay, so... that's at gear 5. Since it's at gear 5 and it won't change from gear 5, so it needs at least a power of 3.16 to keep it going. So let's try 3.5 as the last gear. And then go from there. Oh. 5.5, 6, 6.5. Okay, maybe I'll like go 6, 8, 10, 12, and actually put that to 16. $2,500 RPMs right now. I need it to at least rest at 26. So 3.75. I just need to experiment with this and see. I think I got the suspension down pretty nicely. Okay, now it's a little too high. Let me just make sure that this did say 26 RPM. Yes, it did say 2600. So now it's going a little bit too high. So 3.65. I wonder if I'm supposed to make the idler smaller? Still close. And the tracks are actually going through the skirt, so I need to fix that as well. So maybe it's 3.60 fenders. Make them just a little bit wider. Yep, like so. That leaves us with... is this gonna finish the tank? Ah, the front tracks are still going through it. I'll have to fix that. Still 27? Wait, that was 26. Right when I exited, it went to 26. But I still need to increase the width just a little bit. Use me. Still there. And last but not least, boy. Oh, there we go. RPMs, let's let it drop since it went down a small little slope. There's the 26. Okay. Since we have figured it out now, the transmission with the lowest 3.60. Actually, the rest is pretty nice. Typically, this doesn't need as much power going to it. 10, 8, 6. And I'm gonna save it right here. Now the backtracks, since I shrunk them a little bit, aren't actually where they need to be either. So I am gonna try messing around with this and see what happens. I'm gonna make tracks thickness, since it's such a large tank, bigger. Go make the diameter of this bigger. Pull this back just yeah, right there. And then I'm gonna make the idler the one that's smaller. Okay, let's try this out. So making the idlers, the sprocket bigger, idler smaller, gives me more room to give it more torque. Unless I'm crazy. 6, 8, 10, 12. So I can add a little bit more, so 4.20. Sorry everybody, I'm going back and forth, but the TOG was pretty accurate, and the KV2 was, their engines were pretty accurate. Oops. Albeit this won't be an exact accurate tank because the gun can't raise and lower like it's generally supposed to. But alas, it is. I managed to, looks like I managed to add another it's still just slightly too high. 4.10. If I can, it specifically says a certain RPM, so I want it to at least rest as it's going its max full speed. I want its RPMs to at least rest at 2600. And with messing around with the sprocket and the idler, I managed to gain another kilometer, so it's not that bad, I guess. Still 3 kilometers slower than it was supposed to, but I kept the engine, it's correct. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn in the TOG. And hopefully don't get totally decimated. I keep pressing every single button except for the one I need to press. Okay, let's bring in the TOG. Yeah, since I don't have any gun elevation power, I'm just... Wait, I just realized that's too high. Oh, I need to mess with the... Great. The other bots killed him. Oh well. That just, I guess, shows that Togs can't penetrate me. Now, I kind of want to bring in the KV2. I guess it's something that I'm gonna do almost every video. I'm gonna bring in older tanks that I've built. That ricocheted. Well, I guess it's... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I think that went right through its gun mantlet. That's funny. Okay. Well, I guess I will send it off to the other testing. Wait, let me make sure I save this. The other testing site, just so that we can see how it drives over bumps, which probably won't do very well because this is a heavy tank. Well, super heavy tank, in fact. Let's go to the sandbox. Load up our T95, T28, and drive. Maybe I messed with the dampers too much. Fuel, suspension, and then let me just try putting this back down to about 20. And while I'm here, just to make sure, since this is a different map, yeah, I can't do anything about that torque. I'm a little bit sad I can't get gun depression. Actually, it's kind of irritating because that just means I can't use the tank either until someone's at very far range or someone's up in my face. It's still very bouncy. Okay, one more time. I'm probably gonna put it down to about 15. Actually, no, 10, because I maxed out this bar, so it had like a lot of pressure keeping me up. I think this is about as good as we're gonna get. As you can see, moving bunker. I'll actually be surprised if this made it all the way over all the bumps, because I don't think the KV2 made it over these big bumps up here. But it lets me back off of these bumps, otherwise I'd be stuck there and had to restart the very long trip that is the 10 kilometers we're managing to get out of this tank. Oh, I do want to spawn in the Centurion, just because the other two tanks that we built... Okay, I'm gonna spawn in another one without shooting it. I was exacting. I guess. No, don't you dare go around me. Yes, I can do this. Okay, so as we saw, the game automatically lowered the 200 millimeters that I put on the gun mantlet. Well, lowered the 305 down to 200, but it seemed like it's holding up against Centurion, which seems to be the most devastating base model tank. Okay. Okay, I can't even raise the back. Come on, come on. Just need to lower it just a little bit. Where's my shell going? Okay. So, I have another plan. Oh, well, there goes that shell. Can I push this guy? Yeah, yes I can. Ah! Wait. Did I defeat it? Yeah, I think I did. He's not shooting anymore. Okay, so this is what's called in World of Tanks the Dooms Turtle. It's not perfect, but I think this is as close as anybody's gonna get in the game so far with it. Anyway, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and if you have problems with it, just tell me. I like all the help I'd get. I'm not a tank expert, and I just do this for fun.